We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Matthew Joseph Sump, file number 21-03283, OD council appearance.
Good morning, Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Sump, who is standing to my right.
How are you, Mr. Sump?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Today was the date that was set for sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report. Recommendation is stated for August 30th, 2022. Mr. Goodrich, you got a copy of that, correct?
Yes, I did, and I had a chance to go over that with Mr. Sump last week.
Okay, very good. Is there a reason to make updates, corrections, or deletion?
The one thing I believe that needs to be corrected is they checked the box for OWI cost recovery, and this is a case where Mr. Sump we ended up in an agreement where he pled to reckless driving. So I don't believe that statute would apply here. So I would ask that to be struck.
I recognize that there was a plea agreement, but that doesn't absolve him from restitution.
Well, it's under the OWI cost recovery, which I believe is statutorily comes out of the OWI statute that allows for the recovery to the police.
Correct. It's ordered even when we take pleas for impaired driving. Ms. Bowen, were you weren't the one who extended this offer, so I don't know that you are aware that the public defenders were seeking to object to restitution, because that's something that should have been discussed at the time of negotiation.
And again, unfortunately, I can't speak to this just because, unfortunately, I'm filling in today, so I don't have enough background.
Okay, well, I'm gonna reset it, because this is almost $500 worth of OWI cost recovery. I don't know if this was something that was discussed or anticipated during negotiations.
Then I would just argue that it's distinct from restitution, and that restitution could never be negotiated. We can't take that away if that is owed in a situation.
Right, but it could have been stipulated too. And nonetheless, I'm gonna give the city attorney gave this offer an opportunity to argue if she would like.
Okay.
And because she's not here, I'm not gonna force Ms. Bowen to address it. You can do it next week, September 19th at 8:30. September 19th at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, we'll get you a copy of the notice for next week, and then we'll see you next week. Okay, sir?
Sure.
Mr. Bechtel,
Yes,
we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Stephen Bechtel. File number is 18-074530M. Council appearance, please.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office. I am assigned to this case, Your Honor. However, Mr. Bechtel has informed me that he would prefer to proceed on his own today. I would just ask that the court allow him to allocute on his own behalf.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bechtel, is that correct? You have had representation from the Public Defender's Office, but now you're seeking to represent yourself in this matter?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you get a copy of the pre-sentence report, sir?
yeah, I did. Um, I, to be honest with you, I wouldn't comply to that. So I would rather just do whatever time the crime carries. I did the crime, I'll do the time.
You meaning you will not comply with the recommendation for you to participate in a term of probation? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, the probation treatment program, the AA meetings, all that.
Okay. And did the body of the pre-sentence report, did you see any areas that we needed to make updates to, or any corrections that need to be made?
Not right offhand, no.
Okay. Any other allocution or statement that you want to make to the court? You can do so at this time. I understand that you don't believe that you would be compliant with a probationary term, but you can provide the court with any other information at this time that you want the court to consider before I impose sentence.
No.
Okay. Well, I've had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report and the recommendation. The recommendation or the report indicates that you do meet the criteria for both a cannabis use disorder and a mild alcohol use disorder, which they determined to be severe and sustained remission. And they determined based on your assessment that you probably should participate in some outpatient counseling. And they wanted the court to order a period of probation or oversight to ensure that you participated in some counseling and get some tools to further some sobriety. But you're indicating to the court that you're not willing to do that. And you're requesting that, or indicating to the court that you'd rather do jail time. The sentence here, maximum penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines. I think it would be in your best interest to participate in the programming, but I can't force you to do anything that you don't want to do. And if you're not of the mindset that you're going to even attempt to be compliant, then it's futile. It's not in the best interest of justice or in the best interest of judicial economy to order you to probation if you're not going to do it. The other issue is you actually live in Ohio, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. And so,
yeah, I can, if I got jail time, I could come turn myself in. No problem.
okay. Well, I'm going to order you to a term of jail time because you won't participate in any meaningful programming. I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Ingham County Jail, credit for 0. You need to turn yourself in within 72 hours. Okay, sir?
Okay, what can I turn myself into? Any county?
Ingham County Jail.
Because I could probably, do I have to go clear to Ingham County, or can it just be in Michigan?
Yeah, you're being sentenced to Ingham County Jail.
So wouldn't there be a warrant out for the state of Michigan?
There were not, you want us to try to transport you at our expense? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, if I was in Michigan and I had a warrant from Ingham County, wouldn't they pick me up in any county?
No, you need to turn yourself in to Ingham County. Now, if you don't and you get picked up on a warrant, that's different. We'll deal with that accordingly. At that point, you'll be dealing with a contempt though, and not of the court order, and not just the 30 days.
Okay. So 72 hours in Ingham County, well, where do I turn myself in at?
At the Ingham County Jail.
Okay. All right.
All right. Do you have any other questions, sir?
No fines?
I'm going to, no fines at this time, other than cost recovery. And those will be referred to collections. I think you owe $670.25 to the Lansing Police Department for responding to this incident. That will be referred to collections, and you can get on a payment plan consistent with your financial situation. There is also a $125, which consists of $75 crime victim rights plus a $50 state minimum cost that must be imposed. I'm going to waive any discretionary fines and costs. Because I'm sentencing you to a jail time, I'm also going to advise you that you do have a right to appeal within 21 days from today's date. And you need to follow the rules of Michigan Court Rule 6.625B, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, you're all set, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll find a place to get on Zoom.
Sounds good. Someone was in there. Who was that? I just got you there.
Hello.
Hello.
I had a court this morning.
Yeah, me too.
Screwed up a little bit. Why is my video stopped? I don't know. Why can't I hear any?
Mm,
We got lawnmowers going on.
It's a lot going on. Okay, I see somebody by the name of Kimmy. 72 hours. Can you unmute, please? Whoever's identified as Kimmy? Okay, well, Kimmy doesn't want to participate, I suppose, so. We have the camera 6, 7. You know somebody named Kimmy? All right, well,
Gotta get my headphones.
whoever's identified as Kimmy, can you please unmute your device? Okay, I see, who's identified under Carly Hester? I forget who that is.
Your Honor, Mr. Hester is scheduled at like 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Did you need to speak to him?
Let's see, Hester's. Yes, real briefly, and I think his case could be resolved very quickly.
Okay, let me put you all in a private meeting room. Okay, I see Jemiah Griffin is present. I see Kayla Walker is present. I see Melinda Griffin. Let's see. Do we not have her fingerprints? Melinda Griffin, can you unmute your device, please?
Yes, ma'am.
We need your fingerprints.
Yeah, I saw that in my paperwork and I was actually going to ask the public defender about that prior to our meeting. But I haven't talked to him this morning, so I don't know.
You gotta turn yourself into you gotta come to the court, go to the jail, they'll fingerprint you.
I understand that. I live in Indiana. There was a couple questions I had about my paperwork, actually. And I can't drive. So I don't know what my options are, I guess is what
Yeah, I
Where?
just see your address in Indiana. I don't know what your options are either because they won't take out of state fingerprints for some reason.
So
We'll talk to you, when your attorney is available, you obviously need to meet with him because it sounds like you have not yet. And then,
I did talk with him briefly, but it was just briefly.
okay. It's a driving while license is suspended, so there's not really much to talk about, to be honest. So we'll see if he needs to speak to you again today. I don't think there's anything I can do as it relates to your fingerprint issue, because the guy I had at 8:30 had the same issue. He lives in Ohio and we couldn't get his fingerprints. Mr. Goodrich, are you ready on Mr. Hester?
Yes.
Okay. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Carly Hester. This is file number 22-014590M, council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Excuse me, Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Hester.
That was set for a pre-trial, and how are we proceeding on this matter?
Your Honor, in speaking with, well, in exchanging emails with Ms. O'Boyle last week, she informed me that she would agree to dismiss this matter if Mr. Hester were to agree not to return to the premises, which was, I believe, 500 East Sag. It's a Quality Dairy at 500 East Saginaw. He is accepting that offer, but he will not go there.
And that is correct, Your Honor.
Case will be dismissed by a motion of the city. You're all set, Mr. Hester.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right, that's it. All right, man, you're all set. So,
He's all set.
okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Goodrich, did you need to speak with Melinda Griffin? She's not able to fulfill her fingerprint request on this because she lives in Indiana. But I didn't know if you need to speak with her privately before we proceed.
I don't. We are ready to proceed on her case.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Melinda K. Griffin. File number is 22-01885. Council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office, here to represent Ms. Griffin.
Thank you. Today was the date that was scheduled for a pretrial on a DWLS. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I was informed that this matter would be dismissed if Ms. Griffin were able to obtain her driver's license. So we are requesting 45 days, have a new pretrial set 45 days from now to give her that opportunity.
City has no objections.
Pick your new date. October 24th at 9 a.m. October 24th at 9 a.m. That'll be held via Zoom, as the defendant is residing in Indiana. Any additional matters today?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're all set. Ms. Griffin, we'll see you on October 24th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, Mr. Goodrich, did you need to speak with Ms. Walker?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll put you in a private meeting. I had a room 1.
Yeah, no, we are ready to proceed on Ms. Walker's whenever the court is.
Okay. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Kayla Walker. File number is 22-004610D. Council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Ms. Walker.
Okay, today's the date that was set for a pretrial. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, we had previously asked the court for a 30-day adjournment in this matter so that Ms. Walker could get an assessment done. During those 30 days, she got an assessment scheduled, but unfortunately, they were backed up and she couldn't get an appointment date until September 30th. With that being the case, Your Honor, we would ask for one more 30-day adjournment to allow her to get that accomplished.
October 17th at 9 a.m. October 17th at 9 a.m. Any additional matters for the record today?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Walker, we'll see you on October 17th. Did you need to speak with Andrew Madol?
Yes, I did speak with him last week, but yeah, I just real briefly.
Okay, I'll put him in your room.
What's going on, bro?
Mr. Madol, did you go into the breakout room? Okay, Mr. Goodrich, did you meet with him at all?
No, he never made it to my room. I went.
Okay. Mr. Madol, you should have received a request to join the breakout room.
I clicked on it and it didn't join me.
Okay, let me see if I can move you and send you another one.
Okay, I just hit join.
I don't see him in there still. Okay. he's
Very
in there.
good.
Let me move you to, let me move you to room 2.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready to proceed, Mr. Madole?
Yes.
For the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Andrew Madole, file number is 21-00679. Council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Madole.
Today's the date that is scheduled for a pre-trial on driving and license. How do we want to proceed?
Your Honor, Mr. Madole received an offer contingent upon him getting his driver's license. We would like to ask the court for a 45-day adjournment to give him the opportunity to do that.
17th. October 17th at 9 a.m. Is that 45 days? Yeah, we go a little longer than that. Up to 24th, I think. Yeah, the 24th. October 24th at what time? 9. October 24th at 9 a.m. Do you have any questions, Mr. Madole?
Is this gonna be the same number, the joint number, or no?
Yes, it's the same number to log in.
All right, I'm sorry, this is my first time on Zoom. I don't quite understand.
Okay, well then you're all set.
You said what date?
It's going to be the 24th of October.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
No problem. Okay, have you heard from Charles Williams at all, Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, I did. I did speak with him last week.
We
Am I
spoke
done
with
here?
you today. This is, at least his third one, two. This is his fifth time failing to appear.
Okay. If we get a break, I'll make a phone call to him. Like I said, I did speak with him last week.
Okay, let me have you, do you need to talk to Ms. Griffin first?
That's a show cause. Yep.
Very good. Okay, thank you. You can go back into the breakout that you're already in. Ms. Griffin, one of the record in the matter of the people of the city of
This is
Lansing.
much more of the same shape than these two. Even though these
There's
are
some
both
background
Italian,
noise. Is your
these are
TV
both
playing?
China.
Sorry, that's my son. He won't get away from me. He's 3. They out of school because of COVID.
Okay, very good.
No,
Uh,
it's the police.
The people of the city of Lansing versus Jemiah Paul Griffin, file number is 22-L2709261. Ms. Griffin, today was the date set for show cause because you had a speeding ticket in March, of which you failed to appear to court, and you got a fine in the amount of $186. It looks like you may have made a payment, but you still owe $151. What's your plan on that, ma'am?
Yes. So I actually sent it was a different district attorney at this time. I logged in and couldn't get in. I sent her a screenshot of my screen and everything, but you were actually the same judge. You told me to go get my license, and I got my license and everything. I've been making payments on the fines every 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, because you had a speeding and a failure to display a valid license. So you probably appeared for the display valid license after missing the first date. So when you missed the first court date in March, the civil infraction gets defaulted, which means you automatically are found guilty of it, is what that means. And that's how you got that fine. So getting your license addressed the misdemeanor, which was the failure to display license. I'm not sure what the outcome on that was, but you still owe the money on the speeding. And so I want to know when you're going to make your next payment.
I make them every 2 weeks. So the next payment is going to be on the 23rd, on Thursday.
And how much do you plan to pay?
I usually try to pay at least $50 or $40 every 2 weeks.
She has what? Is it that she missed the payment? Yeah, that's for the driving license. It looks like you have a warrant, ma'am.
Oh, Lord. So what do I need to do now? Like, at this point, it's starting to get so stressful.
I'm going to have them pull the file right now on that one. You were supposed to be in court on that. It looks like you failed to appear.
Yeah, it was the same. So you scheduled 2 court dates for like back to back. You gave me 45 days to get my license, and you scheduled 2 court dates back to back. When I tried to get in, I couldn't get in. So that's probably where the warrant came from. And I emailed the district attorney. I'm like, I can't get in. I'm here, but I didn't get an email back. And I still have the record of the email.
Okay, I'm going to pull the file so we can take care of that. What I'm going to do on this file is I'm gonna note that you're going to make a payment of $25 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And you say you're going to make your next payment on the 23rd, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
So, so long as you're making those payments of at least $25 every 2 weeks, you won't get set for another show cause on this, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Oh my God. Where's the tool? Where's the tool?
Mr. Goodrich,
My tool.
Yes, Your Honor.
were you able to get in touch with Mr. Williams?
No, his phone appears to be out of service at this point.
Okay. All right, I will issue a bench warrant on that one. Immediate. Yes. Ms. Sturdivant is joined. Ms. Sturdivant, are you represented by counsel?
No,
Okay. You did not request court of counsel, is that correct?
correct.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in a private meeting room with the assistant city attorney, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, was I supposed to leave now?
No, I'm waiting for the court officer to go and pull the other file that you have in warrant status.
Oh, okay, thank you.
No problem. Let's see. Okay, let's see. This is the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Jemiah Paula Griffin, file number 22L27096-262. Ms. Griffin, this was for a no ops matter that you did appear, it looks like, in the court back in June. We adjourned it for 45 days to allow you to clear some tickets in North Carolina and apply for your Michigan license. At which time the city said they would dismiss the no ops if you took care of that, and then obviously paid the speeding, which I think is the same speeding that you just set up the payment plan for. And so it looks like your court date was adjourned that you were supposed to be, and you should have received the notice to appear on August 1st. And then on August 1st, you did not appear. So that's why you had the bench warrant. So I'm gonna quash the bench warrant and issue you a new date, okay?
Okay, you probably definitely sent it during August. I went out of town. I work from home, so I'll go see my mother in North Carolina. So I didn't, of course, check the mail.
Be quiet.
September 26th at 9:30. September 26th at 9:30 will be your court date on this one, okay?
Okay, let me write that down. Okay, got it.
And so remember your previous offer so that you can have hopefully taken care of that, which was for you to clear your tickets in North Carolina and then apply for a Michigan license, because that was the offer if you wanted the city to dismiss this, okay?
Yes, and they are taken care of, and I have my license.
Oh, you have it to show Mr. Goodrich today?
Oh. Yeah, I actually pulled it out my purse. Give me 1 second. Please ignore this picture, but I got it.
You're fine. Oh, no. Ms. Bowen, do you need to go in a private meeting room, or does that work for you?
Oh.
Yes, that works, Your Honor.
Okay, so you can put your license down. Is the city moving to dismiss?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this matter is dismissed, so you don't have a September 26th court date, okay?
Okay, so I don't have any other appearances, right?
Nope, not on these files. So this no ops was dismissed today. And then for the other matter, you have a payment plan. So long as you're paying every 2 weeks, $25, you'll be compliant until paid in full, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, are we ready with Ms. Sturdivant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matters of the people of the city of Lansing versus Dominic Sturdivant, file numbers 22L2731993 and 1991, council appearances.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sturdivant is present today via Zoom. She's proceeding without counsel. And has elected to represent herself in this matter. We have one citation for disobeyed traffic signal, the other one driving while license is not valid or improper license. Looks like this was previously adjourned to allow her to get a valid license, to which the city was going to dismiss the improper license and amend the disobeying to a impeding. Has she been able to take care of her license at this time?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, Ms. Sturdivant does have a valid license, so the city will be moving to dismiss the drove while license not valid or improper, and the city will be amending the disobeying the traffic signal to impeding traffic.
Okay, very good. Ms. Sturdivant, the impeding traffic is a 0-point civil infraction. It's not a criminal action. The fine is $125. You would either accept responsibility or not accept responsibility. Did you want to accept responsibility at this time?
Yeah.
Okay, when can you make payment? When can you make payment, ma'am?
I can make payment next Wednesday.
Is that payment in full?
Yes.
Okay, you can make payment online or you can come up to the court and make payment in person. If you do make payment online, you would just use this citation number for the disobeyed traffic signal in order to pick up the amount that you owe. Do you have any
Okay.
questions at this time?
No, I do not.
Any additional matters for the record, Ms. Bowen?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Sturdivant. You're all set.
Thank you.
No problem. I see Michelle Palacio.
Morning.
Good morning. Mr. Goodrich, do you need to speak to her?
No, I believe we are ready to go on Ms. Palacio's case.
Alright. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Michelle Palacio, file number 22-00408. Council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Ms. Palacio.
Today's the date that was set for sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation dated for August 8th, 2022. Did you get a copy of that, Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, Your Honor. And in going over it with Ms. Palacio, the only change that we had was under the employment data. She had informed the probation officer that her job was about to end, and since she had this interview, it has ended at the state of Michigan. So she is now currently unemployed.
Okay, I will update that information here. Any additional changes that need to be made?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can proceed to allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we would ask the court to consider sentencing Ms. Palacio to just a fines and cost sentence on this matter. There is a presumption on an impaired driving case that a person not received probation or jail. She did go through the probation screening process. They found that she had not a single elevated domain. I know probation would have been okay if she would have been able to get a victim impact panel done. She looked into that. There's one scheduled in East Lansing that she's looking to go to tomorrow. So we would ask the court to consider not putting her on probation at this time, just doing the fines and costs, and perhaps ordering that she attend a victim impact panel within 30 days or something along those lines, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report and recommendation, as well as the defendant's prior criminal history. I agree with you, Mr. Goodrich. It was indicated here that she did not have any indications that her criteria met concern, or that probation would really be meaningful. And so I think that fines and costs are appropriate in this matter. I will order her to attend victim impact panel within 30 days and provide verification to the court. As to fines and costs, there's a $75 crime victim rights fee that will be assessed. There's a $50 state minimum cost that will also be assessed. She has an OWI cost recovery that she will owe to the police department for responding to this incident in the amount of $486.54. I'm going to assess a fine of $250. Have a total of $861.54. She'll have the opportunity to make monthly payments on that. I'm going to refer this to collections because I know she's going through some transitions with employment, and she can make a payment plan with them, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Do you have any questions today, ma'am?
I do not.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor. Thank you. Oh,
Sorry, I apologize. I do have one question regarding my driver's license, because prior to this date, I did receive a notice from Secretary of State that it was a restricted. Is that going to change, or will that remain?
Ms. Palacio, I'll just state that with an impaired driving conviction that you will have a 90-day restricted license.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
Thank
gonna
you.
say the driver record I have here was printed probably before you got that. This is from July, before you got that letter, but does that answer your question, ma'am?
yes, thank you.
Okay, you're all set then.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Hagler is here. Okay, I see a Brian Hagler. Mr. Hagler does not want to unmute or start his video, it appears. Oh, he left, so maybe he'll log back in. Anyone heard from Javon Eugene Basie?
I was not able to get in touch with Mr. Basie, Mr. Bridges, or Mr. Johnson.
Will be bench warrants for each of those. Mr. Hagler's having them.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi. We can hear you. Hi.
Okay, my computer is kind of doing its own thing and malfunction. I just want to make sure y'all can see and hear me.
We can see and hear you, sir. You're Mr. Brian Hagler?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Very good. Mr. Goodrich, did you need to speak to him?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, give me just a moment. Room 2.
Hey, can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Did you get a request to join the breakout room?
Can you do it again? I'm not really familiar with the computer like that. My kids teaching me how to use it though. So I'm learning,
Okay.
you know, for
Very
seriously.
I'm gonna put you in another room. When you see the pop-up, click join.
Okay. This blue button right here.
If it says join, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he's in room 3.
comes back, how does he know where Robert's going? For all he knows, Robert is going around behind the duster to take a piss. So this person can be lurking in the shadows when Robert
Good
goes,
morning.
supposedly retrieve his gun. How does that
Ma'am?
person going?
Good morning.
Person know that they
Do you have a TV on in the background?
Nope, it's off. Sorry.
Thank you. What is your name?
Jennifer Kaysen.
Okay, Ms. Casey, when Mr. Goodrich is all set, I'll see if he needs to speak with you privately, okay?
Yes.
Caesar, get out of here. Man.
Okay, are we ready with Mr. Hagler?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Brian Lamar Hagler, and the file number is 22-01909, council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. This is the City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Hagler.
Thank you. Today's the date that was scheduled for pre-trial for an open alcohol in public. How do we want to proceed on this?
Your Honor, Mr. Hagler would like to accept an offer from the city attorney whereby he would accept a civil infraction of disturbing the peace, and the misdemeanor charge would be dismissed.
And that is correct, Your Honor.
Hagler, your fine is $75. When do you want to pay?
Ma'am, $75 I can pay as soon as possible, but they told me, I wanted to ask you, since you're the judge, you have the final say, so can I speak? Can I just have an opportunity to say one thing today?
Well, wait, let me stop you. Let me stop you really quickly because you're going so quickly. And I don't want you to say anything that might put you in trouble. So you're gonna ask me a questions about this matter?
Right, ma'am, I really, to tell you the truth, my neighbor, they called the police on me when I was getting up to go to work because of the exhaust on my truck. I was loading up my equipment. They called and made a false report of reckless driving. The police showed up. I own my own home repair business. I have poor-spirited, evil people who live on both sides of me, and I do nothing but get up and go to work. I even spoke with the officer, Officer Uberoff, who wrote the ticket. He felt as if afterwards to the fact, seeing how I've had to deal with the neighbors, that it might have even been unfair for me to cite. You know, and I asked my lawyer, I asked him prior to this hearing, could he take out the time to get in touch with the stand officers and to take out the time to talk to him with ample enough time for today? When really, I feel like it's something that should be dismissed, but I'm not, forcing it. $75 is not an issue to me, but it was derived from lies anyway. It wasn't, I did to take responsibility. I had a beer on my porch. When I came down off my porch, I called the officers. I said, could you come back here? I had a beer in my hand. I wasn't thinking. They got out and wrote me a ticket. But that was pretty much what it was. I had an open beer. I did that. I had an open beer, but I was at my house. I wasn't out in the streets belligerent. I wasn't out in the streets drunk. It wasn't a matter that they seen fit to give me an alcohol breath test, any of that. And I'm just a struggling single dad I got a child's mother that's on drugs. It's a lot of things to where I don't have the money to just invest into these things. I can find it, but it's due to all fairness because I'm still living right next door to these people. And it will still be more, and and it's still been more instances and more reports, that I've called the police on them. Now, every time they look at me or say something wrong to me, I pick up the phone and call the police. So I know it's a touchy situation for you, but I asked Mr. Goodrich.
It's not touchy for me, sir, because I don't bring the charges, nor in this case do I have the authority to dismiss the charge. But what I will say is you and your neighbors probably should not be using the police department to mediate your neighborhood feuds. Now, I don't know the circumstances surrounding this case. The only people who know the circumstances or have access to that right now, because it's not been brought before me, would be Mr. Goodrich and Miss Bowen from the city attorney's office. They have the police report. They know if you were in your house or on your porch with the beer or not. I don't know. They know if they have sufficient enough grounds that this matter could proceed all the way to a trial on it. And so if your attorney advised you of the offer, and then you have an opportunity to make a decision about that. And if you need some time to think about it, I'm happy to reset it so you can think about it and keep that offer open for you. But I don't have the authority unless this matter is brought before me, either on a motion to dismiss or if there is a trial by judge. I don't have the authority at this stage to dismiss the case based on what you're telling me.
Right. Well, yes, ma'am. Well, can we reschedule the pretrial conference, which will actually give Mr. Goodrich an opportunity to do what I initially asked him to do?
I can absolutely reschedule this so that they can engage in further discovery. I will note here that there was an offer for you to plead responsible to a disturbing the peace civil infraction, but you're requesting additional time so that your attorney can look into the matter, get some more discovery, and that may lead to a motion to dismiss or the motion to suppress the evidence.
Time to do his job as he should have done. Yes, ma'am.
I will set this for another hearing. I'm going to give a couple of weeks because I don't know if it's video evidence or what that they're going to be seeking. And video evidence does take time for them to turn it over. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Give at least 2 weeks. October 3rd at 9 a.m.
And then will you guys send me a notice in the mail in reference to that?
There will be a notice to appear mailed to the address that we have on file on Fairview. That's still your address?
That is correct, ma'am.
Yep, there will be a notice to appear for that date, but then you also have been advised here on the record of your next court date, October 3rd at 9 o'clock in the morning. Do you have any other questions today, sir?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
We'll see you on October 3rd, Mr. Hagler.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a great day.
Nope. Same to you. Okay, and so, Mr. Goodrich, I have this case in here. Did you
Yes,
need to speak to her?
Yes, I do.
Okay, give me just a moment. I'll put you in a private meeting room. 3. I added a case into room 3. Okay, is it Doreen Pennell?
It's Samara Nichelle Jones. My phone died.
Okay. Fingerprints? Okay, we need your fingerprints.
Me?
Yes.
How do I do that?
You need to come to the building, go to the first floor, police department, and have them do your fingerprints.
So that's what I need to do today, no court date?
No, you do have a court date, but there was an order that you received after the time of your arraignment that you were ordered to have your fingerprints done. And
I haven't got anything in the mail or no email, nothing, so, but I can do that.
Okay. So what? Yeah, it was mailed to the address that we had on file. Do you still live on Coach Light?
No, I told them my new address was 2013 West Holmes Road. I lived on Coach Light about 5 years ago.
Okay. I'll make sure the address is updated here. And so you need to, this is the OWI. Okay, I'm inclined to believe that the request is for, or will be for an adjournment for you to get an assessment. You're gonna need to make sure you come in within the next 48 hours to get your fingerprints done.
Okay, I will do.
And so when Mr. Goodrich, your attorney, comes back, I'll see if he needs to meet with you privately, okay?
Okay.
Are we ready on Ms. Kaysen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matters of the people of the city of Lansing versus Jennifer Lee Kaysen, file numbers 22-01890, 22L 27311 and 7313. Council appearance.
Yes. Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Ms. Kaysen in this matter.
Okay, today's the date scheduled for pretrial. On these matters, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there's an offer in this matter contingent upon Ms. Kaysen getting some of her driving issues taken care of. We would ask the court for 30 days that she be allowed to do that.
What is the offer?
Well, the offer is to dismiss everything if she gets her license, proof of insurance, and corrected plates.
That is correct.
Okay. I'll note it here on the file only because there will likely be a different city attorney, and so you want to make sure you have the same offer. Okay, so we'll reset it 30 days out.
Okay.
October 17th at 9 a.m. October 17th at 9 a.m. Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
October 17th, Ms. Kaysen. Ms. Kaysen, did you have a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. We'll see you on October 17th.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I have Samora Nichelle Jones here. She's gonna come in within the next 48 hours to get her fingerprints done. However, did you need to speak with her privately today?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's see. Room 3 is where you'll both be in.
What's an assessment when they ask a whole bunch of questions? Just like a problem.
Are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me find the file. Excuse me. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Tamora Michelle Jones, file number 22-01740 OD, council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Ms. Jones.
Thank you. And today was the date that was scheduled for a pre-trial. How do we want to proceed on this?
Your Honor, Ms. Jones would like to get an assessment done in this case, so we would ask the court for 45 days to allow her to schedule that and get that done prior to a next hearing.
October 24th at 9 a.m. October 24th at 9 a.m. Do you have any questions today, Ms. Jones?
My only question is, you said to go to the police station and get fingerprints. Is that the 54th on Michigan Avenue?
Correct. You'll come to, it's the same building as City Hall. There's a side
Okay.
entrance. And then that Lansing Police Department, you'll let them know that you have an order for fingerprints that need to be done and they'll get you taken care of.
All right.
All right. Any other questions?
Nope, only that my address has changed and my phone number so I can be contacted properly.
Okay, your phone number ends in 7698.
Yeah, 7968.
Okay, it's 703-7968.
Yes.
Just for the record, Your Honor, my office had those two numbers flipped as well, which is why I was not able to reach her ahead of court.
Yep, it sounds like the magistrate inverted that when she was writing it in. So we'll update the number and we have an updated address for her as well. Let's see, any other questions?
Nope, that is it.
Thank you so much. We'll see you on the 24th of October.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Austin Rogers.
Okay, Austin Rogers. Mr. Goodrich, do you need to speak to Mr. Rogers?
Yes, Your Honor. Is he in person?
He is. Do you have, Mr. Goodrich, are you in the building?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you were here. It's been so long.
We had a lot of water under the bridge since then. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll bring him in here and meet with him about his case.
Sounds good. Rogers. We're on the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Austin Earl Rogers. File number is 22-01368. Council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Rogers in this matter.
Okay, Mr. Rogers, today was the date that was reset for a pretrial driving unlicensed. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, there is an offer contingent upon Mr. Rogers getting his license back. I know he's got a suspension that he needs to look into to see if that's even possible. We would like to ask for 30 days in this matter to see if he can possibly get his license back.
Very good. Did you advise them of the Secretary of State license clinic that's going to happen?
I have not, that he would be a good candidate for that.
Okay, so there is going to be a driver's license restoration clinic at Union Missionary Baptist Church. Is that on the 12th, Ms. Bowen? Do you know?
Let me check, because I did receive an email about it.
Might be on the flyer on the wall.
I have a flyer in my desk.
Yeah.
Back at the office.
I think I might have it somewhere.
Hold on.
It's here. I got it. Okay, driver's license restoration clinic is going to be Wednesday, October 12th. The clinic will be from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. They'll be taking walk-ins from noon to 6. There's a link if you want to register, and I can make sure Mr. Goodrich has that to get to you if you want to try to register in advance. It is going to be at Union Missionary Baptist Church, which is at 500 South Martin Luther King Boulevard, not too far from here, okay? So you should probably try to take advantage of that. Our clerk's office will be there, as well as members from the Secretary of State and other attorneys trying to see and help people who are eligible to get restorations done there, okay? So we'll set your court date for after that clinic. It'll be October 17th at 9:30. October 17th at 9:30. We'll get you a copy of your notice to appear. Did you have any questions today?
I was just curious about this program that I'm doing. Is it just?
It's a one-day program. They're gonna look at your driving license and what is suspending it and see if you're eligible for restoration. They're gonna make efforts to try to get you restored. Okay? Any other questions, sir?
Not so far. No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're all set, sir.
You wanna write that down?
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
James Arco.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Zarka, I'm gonna put you in a private meeting room with your attorney, okay?
Thank you.
Is he in the breakout room, Your Honor?
That's correct.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, are we ready with Mr. Zarka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're on the record in the matters of the people of the city of Lansing versus James Zarka. I have file numbers 22-00395 and 22-00847. Council appearance.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Mary Bowen appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Attorney Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. Zarka.
Thank you. And today was the date set for pre-trials on both of these matters. How do we want to plead or proceed? I'm sorry.
Sorry, Your Honor, there has been no plea offer made in this matter, so we're asking that both of them be set for a final pretrial conference.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the plea sheet here that was placed in the file, but there was no plea on it. It just says it's just signed by Ms. O'Boyle, but there's no offer. So that we can set these for a final pretrial in
Final pretrial, September 26th at 8.
I just want to know what the purpose of the final pretrial for is. That because you're seeking an offer? Because I'm inclined to just set these for trial.
We would like to have one more opportunity to see if the matter can get resolved.
Okay.
September 26th at 8:15.
September 26th at 8:15 will be the final pretrial.
And then jury trial, October 3rd at 8.
Jury trial, October 3rd at 8:15. Both of those will be in person at the court. Do you have any questions, Mr. Zarka?
No, I do not.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, I would just like to clarify that these are unrelated matters, and while both would be set for jury trial on 10/3, that only one would proceed at that time.
Yep, it will be the oldest case number that proceeds.
Okay.
Any additional matters?
No, Your
No,
Honor.
Your Honor.
You're all set for today, Mr. Zarka.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Whoa. Have you heard from Mr. Idris Abdurrahim or Abdurrahman?
No, Your
I
Honor.
should say? Okay, he has a number of them, so that's unfortunate. So we will do a bench warrant on each of these files. Is there 5? Yeah, there's 5. See.
Your Honor, would now be a decent time to take a short break?
Yeah, we don't have
Sure.
anything until 11.
Okay, did you bench warrant Jasmine James and Andrew Perales?
I haven't yet, but I am going to.
Okay, okay, all right, thank you.
Yep. Ms. Bowen, are you in the building today?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Are you able to come upstairs really quickly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Mr. Goodrich, I'm not sure what's going on today, but nobody has showed up for the 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna issue bench warrants.
Okay, Mr. Hester did come in early today, but yeah, I was not able to get a hold of Mr. McConnell or Mr. Gray.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. See you after lunch then.
See you.